Hey, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, bro. Lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, whatever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the spirit. From Routers, it says nerves fray, frustration grows, and Shanghai's lockdown purgatory. As you know, Shanghai, I believe, is like the third largest city in the world. Over 25 million citizens, and currently they're on lockdown for low numbers in the surge of this C19 ordeal. Now this is all a simulation compared to what they want to do here in Babylon, okay? Because they want people to bow down to the system. You know, it's to the point that people are being starved in their own homes. They're being flushed out, not getting food, proper rationing. You know, people are being shipped to detention centers. And they're not being taken care of, man, because this is all the plan of the elites. Revelation 12 and 12, man. Slovakia. No, Revelation 12 and 12, with the devil coming down having great wrath, because they're doing this via the orders of the executive bankers, the elites, you know, even though China, Shanghai is what they consider a communist country, but nonetheless, they still work tandem with Esau, okay, to pass certain draconian laws. And we've been saying it. And certain things you got to take with a grain of salt, because a lot of times when you see pictures and videos like this, a lot of times it's what they call paid agitators. Okay, a paid agitator is basically a crisis actor that's basically paid to, how can I say it? They're basically paid to spin a narrative and to appear that X, Y, and Z is happening when that's not the case. But then again, you have a few people that may get actual footage on what's happening in these different countries, man, and a lot of times it's not good. Okay, so it says here, stiffening resolve after 3 weeks of straight lockdown. Authorities warned Shanghai's 25 million Frazut residents on Friday that their purgatory would go on until the you-know-what was eradicated neighborhood by neighborhood. Okay, and the thing of it is, they gonna come neighborhood by neighborhood, and they just gonna start detaining people. Okay, because now I heard in California they're reinstating the face thing. You know, out there in Philadelphia, it was reinstated, and after 4 days they lifted it. And they're playing games with you people, man. They're playing a psychological roller coaster, up and down, up and down. 1 minute they take it away, then they bring it back, and you people are just you people all over the place, man. And this should anger you. This should fustigate you, man. Fumigate you to the point you like, look, fuck this shit. But you people are so hell-bent on believing a system that has done nothing but jack you up and take from you. You see? But it says here, I have no idea whether I will ever be allowed to go out again in my lifetime, falling into depression. One user commented on China's Twitter like Webino beneath a report state by agency. It says, offering a glimmer light, the city government said it on its official WeChat account that infections were showing a positive trend and that life could return to normal as long as the people stuck to the rules to curb the spread of this. It says, yet some Shanghai districts tightening restrictions on movement, and even in neighborhoods that met criteria for people to be allowed to leave their homes, officials were ordering them to stay put, fraying nerves in households that have endured weeks of isolation. But how the hell can you lock down 25 million people and get away with it? Is my question. That's why I say, man, you people, you're just basically right for the picker, because you let the 1% totally just put you in a box, man. But this is all prophecy, because this is going to come to Babylon in one form or another, because back in 2020, they was locking down as well. But, you know, they gave people the ability to go places and do certain things. But even then, people wasn't really adhering to the lockdown rules. Okay, you know, they had particular curfews set up, but people wasn't really listening. So what they did, they started shutting down bars and all that other stuff to keep you people contained. You know, because when you people are out, you just do all types of wickedness, man. Okay, but it says our goal is to achieve community zero as soon as possible, and see what they're doing. This is all a simulation, so that when America can see that this allegedly works in Shanghai, they can adopt the same sentiment. Okay, which would justify Babylon or America doing this to the citizens, man. But see, it ain't gonna go that good here, because a lot of these constitutionalists, they're not really with what they're seeing in the media, because they know it's all fabricated bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They know that it's like a bunch of nonsense, and they don't want to deal with it. You know, but it says the government said, referring to a target stamp out transmission outside quarantine areas. It says this is an important sign of winning this major hard battle against this epidemic, so that we could restore normal production order to life as soon as possible. But it was never about getting things back to the way it was, okay? Because that was never the plan. That was never Esau's plan of getting things back the way it needed to be, because this was all to bring in the NWO, to collapse banks, to collapse government, so you can bring in the you know what. Okay, it says when infections began to surge at the start of April, almost everyone in Shanghai was ordered to stay at home. But as a result, residents have lost income, suffered family separations, and having had difficult meeting basic needs. But health officials raised hopes for this week for some return to normal by saying transmission had been curbed, only for city officials to tighten restrictions a day later, causing widespread confusion and indignation. That's the whole point. They want to keep you in a state of disarray, okay, through gradualism and through Hegelian dialectics, which means pressure from above, pressure from beneath. You know, while you people are suffering your misery, the elites are sitting back, sipping $1,000 teas and laughing at you. You know, while they got all the access to the best health care, the medicines, you know, the best food, the best water, okay, the best vehicles. They got access to everything. You know, they living life while the people up top are just straight suffering. This is why these devils got to go down, man. Okay, because we ain't going to have this in our kingdom. We're not going to have people in misery, but you Edomites, okay? You other nations serving your slavery, you will be put in agony, but you will be released. But you devils, you Edomites, the kingdom is going to be sheer hell for you, okay? That's how bad the kingdom of heaven is going to be for you Edomites, okay? It'd have been better off if the Most High created a hell and made you burn in it forever before you go under slavery in our kingdom, because it's going to be like that, you know? And that's just a nice way of putting it, because I'm going to say it just like this. Every last one of you Edomites, from the greatest to the least, every last one of you deserve the absolute worst that the Most High has to offer. I don't give a damn if you have helped a Jake. I don't give a shit. You Edomites deserve the worst of the worst, okay? And the Most High hates you, okay? We can't stand you devils, okay? You devils are a problem and you have to be rid of. That's the only way that this earth is going to see any type of prosperity, is when a so-called white man, the biblical Edomites, be put in slavery. You have to go, man. Okay? You've had your run. So have at it. But home quarantine could be a temporary solution if homes met certain conditions, authorities said, without elaborating. But in such cases, door sensors, will be installed to monitor compliance. Now, man, all right. Door sensors. Somebody tries to walk out of an apartment and then you come and beat them up. Man, you people out your damn mind, man. That shit will never fly here in America. I mean, yeah, to a certain degree it will, but you're going to have a group of people that's going to say, fuck this shit. You go to them country hick bunking neighborhoods, man, you try to put a door sensor on there, man, they going to blow your ass away, man. One thing I say about these devils in the West, as docile as these people are, boy, but when it comes to taking away their freedoms, they ain't going for that shit, because Esau has a God complex. He's entitled, you know? So he ain't gonna let you install door sensors on his fucking door. Esau gonna blow your ass away, man. You know, maybe you simple Jakes, you cool with that, you know? But Esau, he ain't going for that, man. Okay? But anyway, it says here, Dutch resident Jaap Rolleman, 32, has been stuck in a tiny flat with his partner since April 1st, and recent positive cases among neighbors means he's faced at least another 2 weeks of isolation. It says he feels more heartbroken than angry in the way the city has dealt with the health crisis, but we've compared it to seeing a friend who you hold in very high esteem fell as something, he told Reuters. But videos circulated on social media this week of busloads of people being taken to quarantine in FEMA camps, it says, at the time outside of Shanghai. Some residents complained that isolation orders are issued in masses for the sake and speed of efficiency, with little consideration for individual circumstances. Resident Zhang Qing, which you gooks are stupid any goddamn way. You deserve to be locked up and put away. I'm just being honest, because you gooks, you don't amount to anything profitable anyway. You just as worse as Esau. So honestly, this is good for you. You know what you do, got some Jakes over there, but to hell with you, goddamn gooks, man. I don't give a damn about you either. All right. It says, told Routers her 4-year-old son has his 84-year-old grandmother were taken to quarantine on Sunday along with her in-laws, and she was worried about their living conditions. She said meals lack nutrition. Breakfast is 2 slices of toast. The building is dusty. Damn, FEMA camp material. And there are no showers and there are a few toilets. This says there are patients, not criminals. No, you're criminals. But here it's like they're criminals being sent off to suffer. And that's the whole point. This devil, he's all about your suffering. Okay, he profits off and he gets off on people suffering. Okay, so Revelation 12 and 12, this is going to be a thing that's going to go on. The scriptures say when this comes on all sides of the world. Okay, these people are going to lose their shit. Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. But woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down and you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Okay, the devil is coming down and you having great wrath, man. This is part of that wrath that Esau Edom is having on the people. Okay, even his own people, because when he kicks it off here in Babylon, hey, it's going to be on a whole different playing field, because these people over here, they're not really ready for this, man. Okay, they're not ready for the collapse. They're not ready for this NWO, but they're going to be taken by force. You see, because hey, Esau has declared war on the people, man. All right, so this is the book of Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and I went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And that was given unto him a great sword, okay? So this is part of that sword and part of that wrath that Esau Edom is using to subjugate you people against your will. And we've been saying this will happen, and we ain't seen nothing yet, because it's going to happen in Babylon to a degree too. It already happened, but it's going to happen. I don't know how they're going to go about doing it with this, if they're going to resurge this shit or they just going to just go door to door. But eventually they're going to do something, man. Okay? They're going to do something, and it's going to piss people off to the point that they're going to start rioting behind this shit. They're going to defy the lockdowns. They're going to defy the curfews. Okay? They're going to defy the government. And these people going to want to do what they want to do, man. Because they feel like, look, our established freedoms are being taken from us. You see? 2nd Esdras 8 and 50, it says, for many great miseries should be done to them in a latter time that dwell in the world, because they have walked with great pride, right? And this is really due to your pride, because the Most High is basically humbling y'all ass, man, through destruction and death and famine, you know, because 2nd Esdras 15 and 17, 16 and 17, it says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? It's talking about the days we're currently in. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power should stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. But what should I do when these evils come? Right? Because we just at the beginning of it, man. We ain't seen it played out fully yet. Like the Most High hasn't really released his wrath on Babylon the Great yet. You know, he hasn't fully released his wrath, okay? But he's getting ready to release it, because you're seeing all the prophecies coming to pass. And the Most High is going to stump out Babylon the Great, man, and all the inhabitants in it, because they walk with great pride, okay? They negated the prophets, the message that the prophets came with, okay? They live wickedly, okay? You got this guy, Dwayne Wade, Zara Wade, whatever his son's name is. Man, this place is totally backwards, man. And it's getting a lot worse and worse, you know? And that's why judgment is coming here for you evildoers. Like us, we don't have to worry about this shit coming, though we will be affected by what's coming, because as a whole, the country is going to suffer greatly. But the men of the Lord, the elect, we're going to have a way out of this shit, man. Somehow, some way, the Most High is going to make it apparent that, look, y'all going to get out of this shit unharmed, man, with some degree. And it's going to be apparent. It's going to be obvious, man. It's going to be like, okay, I see it now. You know, now you can't see it because you're like, well, if it's going to be completely chaotic, how would I escape? But don't worry about it. The Most High already gave us the you know, he's already got it set up for us, man. So it's just a matter of it playing itself out. But so don't worry, brothers, man. Yeah, you may be affected. You may have to go and, you know, and live like, you know, beyond, you know, above your means a little bit. But regardless of that, man, we going to be straight while these people are out here running around with their heads cut off like chickens and dogs. We're going to be the ones that have some type of stable foundation, because we're going to know what the fuck is up. Okay, we're going to know when the lockdowns come and impose certain restrictions on governments and things like that, and states and citizens. Then we're going to understand this is the time that the Most High was visiting this place. So, brothers, don't have a dumbfounded look. Well, what's going on? Nah, you know what's going on, bro. We already know, man. We already know that these lockdowns are for a different status, and, well, a different paradigm shift, man. We know what's happening. We know that they're doing the reset. Okay, and we understand what end game is. We understand that this is all leading to that MOTB, one way or another. These people don't understand it, and even if they do understand it, they don't understand how to escape it because they don't have the name of the Lord and they don't have the Lord. We have them, so let's utilize that, man. That's our best weapon against this tyranny is the knowledge and wisdom and the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which certain men don't speak about, but we gonna call on that name in that day. You see the troops line up outside your apartment building, whatever, that's when you better start calling on the name of the Lord. Even before that, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash, what I'm gonna do. And let the Lord deal. Because, hey, now the Most High is going to start directly intervening in our lives, man. That's to the point that shit going to start happening on a whim. It ain't going to be all long and drawn out. You know, you catch hell, then you don't see the end of it. Then, you know, it's going to be a point that, hey, man, you may see 1,000 troops getting ready to kick down your door, but then all of a sudden, man, an angel come and smite their ass, man. You got to have that type of faith that can happen. Okay, it's not apparent right now, but it will happen. And that's what you have to understand, us as men in the faith. It may don't seem like it's realistic because we never seen an angel take out 1,000 men in his life. We never seen that. And that's the whole beauty of it. It's just going to happen. Okay, but you got to have that type of faith. It's basically running wild with the imagination. Whatever your mind can think, then it can happen. So you got to think like that, man. Oh, shit, well, this is the time that the Lord said that he was going to send Michael to protect the elect. So if we are the elect, then we got to have some type of protection. Because if not, man, what makes us different from these people? And I think that's a lot of things that a lot of young brothers are struggling with is because they can't see the tangibility of the angels. They can't see it. They can't feel it. They just like, look, the Lord just got us out here preaching and we just going to get killed. Nah, bruh. Nah, man. And then some brothers will be martyrs. But even then, brothers will see enough miracles and they'll have enough confidence to know that the Lord is with them to take that martyrdom. So it's not even like, oh shit, we left-handed out here. Nah, bro, things gonna happen that's gonna be like, what the fuck? You know, and Slakia, I hate that. But it's gonna be apparent, man, you know. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. But what should I do when these evils come? Right. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things, they should not turn from that wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. And that's going to justify the Lord up in a judgment. Because he's like, okay, you fucking people ain't going to repent, right? And he's talking about the Israelites because only Israel could repent. Like, okay, well, let's ante up a little bit. Let's bring a little bit more hell and destruction. And the Lord's going to tear this bitch up. You know, we going to be straight, man. We going to be in the midst of all this chaos. We will. But you going to be surprised that none of this shit going to come near you, man. You know, motherfucker running down the street with a blowtorch or with a fucking machete. And he may run right past you, man. You know what I'm saying? He may run right past you and get the other person. It's like you walking through all this chaos and ain't nothing happening to you. That's why the scriptures say 1,000 shall fall by thy right, 10,000 by thy left, but it should not come near thee. That's gonna be cold. But that's how you gonna know the spirit is with you, especially when you walk through here with great confidence, man. But of course, you ain't gonna be stupid. You ain't gonna be plunging yourselves into, you know, situations that get you hurt. But you know, when you in the midst of something you can't avoid, you would be surprised on how shit gonna just fly past you. I can foresee that happening, man. Then the Lord gonna give certain men that power. So, you know, that's something to look forward to too. So, hey, we in the days of great power, Akim, man, and we gotta believe that. But I'm going to end it there. All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shabbat Shalom, Baba Ball. Shalom.